In an administrative system like ours, we have seen instances when financial institutions like a bank hatches murky plots against an unsuspecting and innocent citizen. In one such brazen act, a deep conspiracy was planned by the officials of Kotak Mahindra Bank, its director and one Sri Virendra Sharma against an innocent taxpayer, namely one Mr. Bhupendra Bagla. In this case, the focal point of the whole conspiracy was a property situated at Okhla Bearing E41/4, Okhla Industrial Area, Phase 2, New Delhi, which was owned by Sri Virendra Sharma and was taken on lease for 7 years on 26/12/2006 by Cogent EMR Solutions Limited. The said property was taken on rent for the purpose of usage as official premises for Cogent EMR Solutions Limited and Cogent Ventures Limited, the sister concern of aforementioned company. As soon as the lease period began, the management of the company spent their own money for maintenance of the said premises and fully furnished it. The whole well-furnished setup impressed the bank officials and they immediately began planning to unethically take over the premises for their regional office. They held a meeting among themselves and later on, the regional manager and deputy manager again visited the said premises along with Mr. Uday Suresh Kotak, managing director and CEO, on a holiday, in connivance with the owner of the said property. When it came to their knowledge that the said property was on lease, the officials of Kotak Mahindra Bank approached Cogent Ventures Limited for an unsecured loan of rupees 50 lakhs upon the turnover of the company, which was about 50 crores. It is pertinent to mention here that Mr. Bhupendra Bagla was the non-executive director and had resigned in 2008. Afterwards, due to unavoidable circumstances, a few installments were not being paid on time. Acting on its conspiracy, the bank started to create pressure for early repayment of loan, and with malicious intent, the bank issued a notice dated 12/11/2008 to Cogent Ventures Limited about notice to recall entire loan amount. Later on, when the bank filed an original application on Debt Recovery Tribunal Delhi with fraudulent intentions, it was shocking to see that the original application was filed on the basis of two alleged documents, which were never signed or executed by Mr. Bhupendra Bagla. That is, one power of attorney and supporting affidavit. Resorting to blatant lies, the bank contended that the loan taken was a secured loan on the basis of these two documents. However, as stated, these two documents were forged by the bank as Mr. Bhupendra Bagla never executed such documents since he never had executive powers to do so in the first place. Moreover, since the loan was an unsecured one, there never was any need of any type of security towards it. Besides, if the loan had been a secured one, as fraudulently claimed by the bank, then the bank would have clarified with its impaneled advocate by taking the non-incumbent certificate at the time of sanctioning of the loan. Furthermore, since the loan document is prepared at the time of sanctioning of loan, even it is assumed that the loan was a secured one, then the column of property details would have been filled and due charges would have been levied, in addition to other formalities as well, something which was never done by the bank. Also, the owner of the said property has filed a criminal complaint against Mr. Bhupendra Bagla, alleging that Mr. Bhupendra Bagla has shown himself as an owner of the property and has executed two documents, that is, one power of attorney and supporting affidavit. In this criminal complaint, an FIR was registered against Mr. Bhupendra Bagla as FIR number 149/2009 in PS Barakhamba Road. Later, Mr. Bhupendra Bagla was acquitted from the FIR number 149/2009 by the courts, finding that he was not involved in any conspiracy against the bank or the owner of the property, and that the loan was an unsecured one. It must be noted that Cogent Ventures Limited repaid the loan amount during the pendency of the original application in Debt Recovery Tribunal, Delhi. Subsequently, an application under Order 23 Rule 3 CPC was jointly filed by the Civil and Kotak Mahindra Bank before the DRT on 13/4/2010 for withdrawal of said OA. The withdrawal application clearly shows that the loan was unsecured. Therefore, the entire story of the bank and the statement made by the bank officers was clearly false as per their own admission.